Hello, I welcome you to Module 2 of the Self-Discovery series. I hope you had a fantastic time in Module 1 talking about Journey to Self, and I hope the learning material, the extra learning resource was valuable to you in having a deeper understanding about the Journey to Self, about Module 1 of this series. Today, I welcome you to Module 2 of this series, and that is the Power of Swot. Today we're going to be talking about SWOT analysis. We are going deep into the self-discovery journey, understanding ourselves a little further to know our possibilities and the potentials that abound around us, okay? Now, in venturing in any form of upgrade, in any form of new level of life, venturing into a new goal, any new level, any form of upgrade that you're venturing into, it's very important that you adopt a SWOT, okay, system of SWOT to analyze, that new level, so that you can understand you can understand your advantages and your disadvantages in venturing into that level. Okay, some people have this misconception that SWOT analysis is just for companies and products. When a particular company is about to launch a new product, that is when they will do a SWOT to understand the viability of that product. No, let me debunk that myth. The beauty of SWOT, the power of SWOT, is that you can use it on anything. You can use it on a product when you're launching a new product. You can also use it on a project when you're running a project. You can also use it on yourself, and even using it on yourself, you can apply it on any area of your life. Okay, you are a pregnant woman, you can do a SWOT to say, what are my advantages in this pregnancy? What are my threats? What are my opportunities in this pregnancy? You're planning to get into, maybe you're moving house, you're getting into a new place, environment, and you're like, what advantages do I have in this area? Okay, they have electricity. What are the disadvantages? Oh, they have bad road. So you weigh your options. The beauty of SWOT is that it will give you opportunity to weigh your options, so you know your advantages, you know the potentials that abound, you know your disadvantages, and know how to play the disadvantages down. So SWOT can be used on any aspect, on any area of your life, and it can be used on anything that demands strategic planning, and you expect a growth, because when you're talking about strategic planning, it means that you have growth in mind. There's a growth in perspective, because if you're not looking at growth, then there won't be any need for planning. Okay, so anything that demands you to plan ahead, where you are expecting a change, you're expecting a result, you're expecting a growth, then you can apply SWOT analysis in that area. Okay, so SWOT is a strategic planning and assessment technique which, when implemented, is used to structure out growth and stability around whatever system you are applying it to. Okay, so it can be applied to any area of your life. Like I said, whatever system that you're using it to, if you apply the results of the SWOT to that particular system, then you can begin to look at growth. You can begin to outline stability. You can begin to underline advantages and know how to play down those advantages. Okay, so what simply does SWOT means? S stands for strength, W stands for weakness, O stands for opportunity and threat, and T stands for threat. That's simply what SWOT means: your strength, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and the threats that are abound, okay, around you. Okay, now when you talk about strength, your strengths speak of things you do, the qualities that stand you out, your unique traits. Okay, strength is generally all about your skills and knowledge and other valuable resources that are available to you. The skills, knowledge, and valuable resources that are available to you. Okay, when you talk about weakness speaks of the skills and resources that are not available to you, or things that you're not you don't know how to do, or you're not good in. That is what weaknesses talk about. Now, when we talk about opportunities speak of your leverages. Now, let me tell you this thing for free. If you pay attention to your opportunities, under it lies the key to your growth. That's the thing about opportunities. If you pay attention to the opportunities that you're going to see or you're going to record in your learning resource, pay attention to the opportunities, you will find out that that is where the key to your growth lies. And the final one is T. T speaks of things that can hinder you, your risk factors. What can jeopardize your chances of growth? What can jeopardize your chances of success? Okay, that's what threat is all about. Things that can hinder success around you, things that can make you not to achieve the goal, the target that is ahead of you. Now, let me share with you some benefits of running a SWOT analysis. You might be asking me, what's the need for running a SWOT analysis when we are doing the business masterclass? It is very important, because if you're able to understand your advantages, you will know how to work in the area of your strength. You will know how to play up those advantages. Your SWOT will have to play up when you're ready to launch a product online. Okay, you cannot take away who you are from the product. In the digital space, the thing about digital space is that people will have to relate with you first before they can trust you to go beyond you and listen to what you have to say or listen to what you have to sell. That is why we are going on this early stage journey of understanding who you are, understanding your weaknesses, your strengths, playing them up and playing the ones that you can play down. Okay, all of these things are very important, because the level where you're going to, the new level, the new upgrade you're venturing into, you're not building a company. Okay, yes, you're building a company, but it's on the digital space. And the thing about the digital space is that people will have to relate with you. It's not like the big companies that when they launch a product, they really don't know or have a close contact with their end users. But this time around, you're going to be having a close contact with your end user. So you need to understand how your system runs. You need to understand who you are, so that when it gets to the level of you relating with people, you know what to play up and what to play down. So let's get to the benefits of running a SWOT. The first one is that SWOT is an evaluation tool. Like I said earlier, if you're making an evaluation, that means you're going to use the result of the evaluation to plan, to strategize. And if you're doing strategy session, that means there is growth in future. So SWOT is used for evaluation to determine your status. Okay, so you need to understand your level, the level where you are in that new venture you're going into, in that new upgrade you're going into, in that new goal, in that new target that you're going into. You need to understand your status and know if you are ready, or the things, the resources that are bound to you that you can plunge into to take advantage of, or rather to be able to achieve the new level where you're going into. Number two, SWOT can be applied to any area of your life. I've said it before. You can apply it if you're going into business, apply it to your life. You're moving house, going into a new environment, do a SWOT. You're changing career, you do a SWOT. You're even talking about even in a relationship, okay? You do a SWOT. It can be used, it can be applied to any area of your life. Number three, SWOT will bring you to the full awareness of who you are, what you can and what you cannot do. Like I said, the template is a roadmap. It's easy to use. By the time you are able to fill in the gaps when you get into the learning materials, by the time you're able to fill it in, you find yourself auto playing out the result of the SWOT. The result will be so glaring in your face that you see yourself walking in that, using the template. Yeah, I think that's the word. Is a template to run with. Okay. Number four, SWOT will give you the confidence to thrive on any platform. When you have played, or when you have done the SWOT on yourself, you know your advantages, you work in your advantages. And you know your weaknesses, you know how to downplay your weaknesses. So you cannot thrive, you cannot move on platform that you already know you do not have advantage over. Let me give you an instance. Okay, take for example, you are maybe you have a language factor, H factor in your speech, and then maybe you are planning to do a vlog. Okay, you're planning to do a vlog, and you find out that this speech factor is still playing up, is an advantage, is a disadvantage to you, is a threat to you venturing into starting a vlog. What you can do, you turn it into a blog, and then by the time you're turning it into a blog, when nobody's hearing you speak, Okay, the H factor applies when you're talking. It doesn't apply when you're writing. You see, you know that you know that you have strength in writing, so you play up that strength. You write and write, and you don't have business with the vlog. You don't have business. People are not hearing you speak. Okay, so I hope this small example makes sense to you, to understand that when you are able to run a SWOT on yourself, you know how to play in your advantage. You know how to thrive on platforms that is the platform where you want to thrive on. Confident, you'll be confident when you show up. You show up with confidence because you're showing up knowing the advantages that you have in you. You're showing up with the advantages that are bound to you. Number 6, SWOT will give you the confidence to take your place in life because you're playing in your advantages, just like that same number 6. Okay, you understand your advantages, you're playing in your advantages, and you're downplaying your weaknesses. Okay, you're not going to let people see your weaknesses and judge you by that. Rather, you will play up your strength, you will play up your skills, you will play up your knowledge, you play up where you have advantage, and people will buy into your key into your advantages. And the last one, SWOT will help you to be able to focus on your core while managing your weaknesses. It's just the same thing I'm saying. Okay, you're playing up your advantages, and you will know how to downplay and manage your weaknesses. Now, I want to share a few tips with you on how you can leverage on the results you're going to be getting from the learning resource. It's not just enough for you to do the learning, for you to fill in the results questions. You see the follow-up questions, and you want to fill them in. I'm going to share 8 tips on how you can the resource can be of your advantage. The results that you are getting from the learning resource will be for your advantage. Okay, number 1, master your strengths by staying up to date with the new information in that area. If you have identified your strength, don't be redundant. Try to learn new skills. Try to develop yourself in that area. Okay, don't be redundant. Number 2, improve or outsource your weaknesses. You already know your weaknesses. If it's something you can outsource, which is more advisable, outsource it. But if it's something you know you can improve on, fine, go ahead and ensure that you improve on your weaknesses. Number 3, position yourself for opportunities by focusing on your internal factors. I told you your opportunities is where the key to your growth lies. Beneath your opportunities, your key to your growth lies there. So for you to leverage on your opportunities, you just need to pay attention, focus on your internal factors. And number 4, spot your threats, okay, and deal with them head on. Though sometimes we human beings will have a way of pretending, okay, or covering up our threats. The learning resource is your personal materials. Nobody's going to read it. Is your personal material. So if you have listed out the threats that are bound around you, or you have identified the threats in your life or in your business, in your life generally, I think it is important that you face it head on. However that you can deal with it, face it head on, so that it doesn't start affecting your opportunities. If you do not deal with your threat, it might affect your opportunities, and you know your opportunities are where your where the keys to your growth lies. Okay, when you get into the learning resource, you'll be seeing we have a template, a SWOT analysis template that you can run on yourself. Like I will always tell you, be sincere to yourself. It's your personal material. Nobody's going to mark it for you. You will mark it for yourself. So you don't need to lie to yourself. So be truthful to yourself when you're working with the learning resources that you'll be seeing, that will be sent to you. Okay, there will also be other follow-up questions that will help you have a deep understanding of this module. So take your time, go through the learning resource, and be sure to answer the questions that the questions sincerely that you really need in the journey of your growth. Okay, we have come to the end of the second module of the self-discovery series. Thank you very much for listening, and I will see you in the next class.